so this deck is basically what I think people who have never played Legacy before think every match in Legacy is like. I would like to be very clear before we start playing here. Hey, Emro0, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Before we start playing here, I'd like to be very clear. This deck isn't good. This deck is funny. It's sweet. Trying to win on the first or second turn of the game is awesome, which is why we're playing it. But this deck is volatile and inconsistent and a whole heck of a lot of fun. So this deck wins on the first turn of the game in a couple different ways. Shadow Rail, thanks for the 2-month 3 sub. I appreciate that. We win by either activating the card Goblin Charbelcher after we pulled both of the only 2 lands out of our deck, which then lets us flip our deck over and deal damage to our opponent, or by casting a bunch of spells and then casting Tendrils of Agony to drain our opponent out. And we draw a bunch of cards and generate a bunch of mana by casting Cruel Bargain or Infernal Contract, which says you draw 4 cards and lose half your life. So this deck is basically everything that I love in Magic, which is drawing a bunch of cards and casting a bunch of spells all at once. Chuck a Kick, thank you for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this wagon this month. Why is that a Dryad Arbor? So we have a Dryad Arbor in our deck. So we can Summoner's Pact for a free creature to sacrifice to Culling the Weak, which makes us sacrifice a creature to get 4 mana into our deck. We also have Legacy staple Skyshroud Cutter here as a free creature that we can put into play to sacrifice to Culling the Weak. This deck also requires you to live on the edge a little bit because there are 2 lands in this deck. Occasionally, you'll be forced to activate Goblin Charbelcher on the first or second turn while you still have a land in your deck and hope that you just kill them. This is a deck where people often ask, well, how do you beat Force of Will or how do you beat Thalia? This isn't a deck that beats things. This is a deck that says, do you have the thing? If no, you're probably going to die. And if yes, we're going to lose the game. There's like some sideboard cards up here that we could theoretically do stuff with. But most of the time we just click submit and try and hope they don't have it. This is a deck where when we play a league, I'm excited to win like 4 or 5 games with it over the course of 5 matches. Krabots Raven, wow, 5 months already. Love your stream, and my name is Krabots Raven. I got it right that time. I believe you that I've said it wrong in the past, but today I saw Krabots Raven when I glanced at it. Thanks for the 5 months of Prime, I appreciate it. Welcome back. Yeah, hopefully the time in the Legacy queue isn't too bad today. Usually it hasn't been terrible in the mornings, but it can be kind of hit or miss sometimes. If we wait too long, I might just call it a day and move to arena early, but we're gonna give it the old college try here. Somebody join it, Ghost Jeff. If you want a pseudo free win in the Legacy, if you would like a 60% to get a free match win, queue into me in Legacy. All of the Legacy players, that's true too. So like for comparison's sake, there's currently 543 people in the Legacy League. There are, by comparison, 1,350 people in the Friendly Modern League that we just played. You ever played Mono Blue Living End? We have. It feels very slow and clunky in my experience. There aren't friendly leagues for Legacy. Legacy is not a friendly format, so friendly leagues don't exist for it. We aren't playing this deck to not go for it. Fire the meme cannon. What's going on, Mac Daddy? Thanks to the 11 months. Welcome back. Look at that. Only 3.5 minutes. We got it. We got there. I would love to play first. Thank you for asking. So mulliganing is very critical with this deck because you have to figure out like what exactly your hand does. So for instance, this hand goes Land Grant for Dryad Arbor, Chrome Mox, Imprint, Tendrils of Agony, Cull the Weak, the Dryad Arbor, Infernal Contract, draw some cards. So yeah, this is definitely a keep. Third continent I've watched your content from. Hop Flabop, thanks for the 5-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. It is goalie. I missed that it was goalie for a hot second. All right, Land Grant. So we'll go grab our friend the Dryad Arbor here. And this is actually why we have 2 Tendrils of Agony in our deck. We have 2 Tendrils in case we have to imprint one of them. So I'm going to go ahead and Cull the Weak, the Dryad Arbor. And then I think I actually wait on the Cabal Ritual because there's the chance I might have Threshold by the time I cast this. All right, so I can cast this Land Grant again, get the Bayou out of my deck. And then I can cast this Lotus Petal, which was currently 5 cards in my bin. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna be one short here. Hey, Sneaks, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. So I don't have a way to get another card in my bin before I cast this Cabal Ritual, which is really sad. So I can get this in my bin for card number 6, but I don't have another one other than that. So I guess I just have to go ahead and do this and cast this, and then go ahead and cast Cruel Bargain here. Did we lose? I think we might have lost, chat. Oh, I could technically go one more time, right? Sneaks. I think I caught Sneaks. This is why this deck's kind of when I said the deck is funny and not good, this is what I meant. I meant we could draw a bunch of cards and kind of do our thing and not win the game. And then I actually just have to stop here, right? I don't have anything else I can do. So Summoner's Pact can technically get me my thing back from my bin, but it doesn't do anything at that point. And I actually haven't cast a Summoner's Pact at this game, so I can actually pass here and not be dead. We drew 12 cards, thank you very much. We cast 3 draw 4s. I was really hoping for Mountain Lightning Bolt too. That would have been really funny. All right, the good news is if we draw Goblin Charbelcher, we win the game. Is Belcher so lethal? Yeah, right? This is 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, did we win? I think we won. Maybe we won. Storm is 4, Storm is 5. Summoner's Pact for Skyshroud Cutter here. And I go ahead and cast this, having them gain 5. And then we Cull the Weak this. And then we cast Infernal Tutor, cracking this for red. And I'm gonna go get Past in Flames. Yeah, then we get Past in Flames. I guess Tendrils is actually just lethal here too, right? Because the Storm... Well, they're at 23, so technically Tendrils isn't lethal yet. We could Tutor Chain for Tendrils, though. So, for those of you that are new to playing decks like what I'm playing... For those of you that are new here, if your opponent doesn't have Force of Will, what you do is you take these 15 cards and you put them in your deck, and then you take your deck and you shuffle it around, and you shuffle it around, and you shuffle it around. You gotta make sure your deck is like thoroughly shuffled. You don't want to get a judge warning for insufficient randomization. And once you've shuffled, you take the same 15 cards from over here and you pull them back out again, and then you click submit. Did everybody catch that? Did you take notes? Do I need to go over it again? Just want to make sure I've communicated clearly. What does this hand do? This hand puts Infernal Tutor under Chrome Mox. It land grants for a Bayou. It goes Dark Ritual to 3 mana, Cabal Ritual to 4 mana, Summoner's Pact for a thing, and then I can tutor for a draw 4. I guess I'm gonna keep this. I think we had a thing in there that I said, hey, Klepper, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. The shuffling explanation earned a sub for me. God bless. 9ball, thanks for the 7 month. Your descriptions and showmanship are just good TV. 7 months well spent. Well, I appreciate the support. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Kepler, not Kelper. Kepler. My brain likes to switch letters when I look at things. We drew a Dark Ritual. Well, that's pretty good. So I do this. So this is where we get to live dangerously, because I'm casting this Summoner's Pact. There is a chance that if I brick off while trying to combo here, that I lose the game. Because I have to pay for a Pact next turn. Alright, so I get to do this. I get to cast Lion's Eye Diamond. I get to cast Infernal Contract, retaining priority, crack the Lion's Eye Diamond for triple black in response. All right, and now I have, okay, so I get to go ahead and cast some, and this is turn 1 after my opponent casts a discard spell, for reference. For those of you that haven't been paying attention, this is turn 1, and my opponent cast a discard spell on their turn. So I get to go ahead and do that. And then I get to go ahead and, what am I doing here? Am I casting another Cruel Bargain? Storm count is 13. What does Skullwinder do? Skullwinder picks a card for my graveyard backup. I don't have green mana to cast this, though. So I think I just LED. So I can't cast another Infernal Contract anyways. So I think I go ahead and do LED here. And then I'm going to go ahead and cast Cruel Bargain. And then in response to this, I'm going to crack the Lion's Eye Diamond for red mana. Because if we draw Past in Flames, I want to be able to Past in Flames, I think. Because I can't cast another draw 4 anyways. And this is the terrible part. So we drew like 16 cards here, and I didn't find another tutor or a win condition, so we actually lost the game. Dryad Arbor, cast Skyshroud Cutter, pass. I too like to live dangerously. Oh, I could have cast the Simian Spirit guy. So the thing here is we're dead to our Summoner's Pact. So the Summoner's Pact means we're dead. We went 4-1 with the enchantments deck. You didn't kill me. I killed me. This deck wins 100% of the games that it plays. It just sometimes wins them for the opponent. That was the longest concede I've ever seen, right? Oh. All right, I would love to play first. What does this hand do? This hand gets a Bayou. It casts Ritual off of this and draws 4, so let's keep. I don't know about great stuff, but this hand definitely does stuff. This hand, and basically any hand that can cast a draw for and have mana left over is a keep. So you get to go ahead and Cabal Ritual here, and then I get to Cabal Ritual again, and then I get to draw 4. So I have Summoner's Pact for Legacy staple Skyshroud Cutter here. And I get to put Cutter into play. I get to do this. I get to Cull the Weak, my Skyshroud Cutter. I get to put Goblin Charbelcher into play. Right? I think I just put Belcher into play, right? I did cast a Summoner's Pact, though. So I actually can't just put the Belcher into play because I'll die. Because I lose to my Summoner's Pact next turn. So I actually have to try and keep going, right? No, I can't keep going, though. Am I dead? Did I lose the game again? I think I lost the game. I can't activate it in response. I don't have 3 mana. I don't have 3 mana. The game, listen, so far we have a 100% turn 1 win rate. It's just like not always a win rate for us. Listen, we're 1 match in and we've won 1 game. So we're batting average. I said I was going to be happy if we won 5 games in 5 matches, and we've won 1 game in 1 match. So we're performing at expectations, chat. Chat, casting Infernal Tutor costs 2 mana. I only had 4 mana. So Infernal Tutor's not free. For those of you that are not familiar with the card. Voyus, thanks for the 10-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Good games, goalie. Good luck in the rest of your league. All right, what does this hand do? So this hand goes Chrome Mox the land grant, cast Ritual up to 3. So this puts Goblin Charbelcher into play on turn 1. It isn't guaranteed lethal on turn 2, but this is definitely a keep. All right, and then anything that we can put under a Chrome Mox next turn likely lets us win the game. Likely. Not guaranteed, but likely. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Basic Island, Well, you've played 1 card opponent, and I've played 6, so clearly we have a very easy measure of who's winning here. So do I land grant and get the Dryad Arbor to get the guaranteed? Nah, it's fine. Let's just do it. You didn't hit it turn 1 against your game 1 OP, but you went for it, and that's what I like to see. Put this towards the sweet deck your opponent was playing match 1. Will do, goalie. Thanks for the support. All right, so just in case my opponent's playing Stifle, I'm gonna stop on their upkeep and fire the cannon there. Fire the meme cannon! Load the meme cannon! Fire! Oh, we had a misfire, chat. The meme cannon had a misfire. Reload the cannon. We'll try again next turn. Chat. Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again! Oh no! Oh no, they're gonna kill us! Oh no! The meme cannon misfired! The Capitalist Pig, thanks for the 11-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. They didn't kill us. That's good. Survey says. All right, -40. Got him. Who's that? Well, the opponent, they could be playing Storm, but they could also be playing Sneak and Show, so who knows? Jackson, thanks for the 10-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Why did the cannon misfire the first time? Because we have a land in our deck. This is a 2-land Belcher deck because some of us like to live dangerously. Turn 3 win. Yeah, we're basically a modern deck with the turn 3 win. All right, so this hand gets to go land grant for Dryad Arbor, play Dryad Arbor, play Chrome Mox, exile Infernal Contract, Cull the Weak to Dryad Arbor, cast Cruel Bargain. What does the cannon do? So Goblin Charbelcher reveals cards from the top of our deck until we reveal a land card, and then it deals damage to our opponent equal to the number of non-land cards revealed that way. Yeah, I think they're probably Sneak and Show, which means they're gonna have things like Spell Pierce and Force of Will in their deck, and Flusterstorm. So we get the old Dryad Arbor here. To be fair, I'm very happy when we play Modern and we get to play wacky decks there that combo off. This deck isn't good. I'm not really playing Legacy right now. I'm playing this thing that's like Legacy adjacent. Grab this Bayou out of my deck so I don't have to worry about drawing it. Let's call this. Am I supposed to just play the Charbelcher here? I'm probably supposed to just play the Charbelcher here, right? That's so boring, though. It's so boring. They could also combo us next turn. Like, they could combo kill us if we don't get them. I drew a bunch of things that don't do anything and we died. Awkward. Awkward. Oh wait. Oh, you know what? I messed up. I should have cast the Lion's Eye Diamond, because if they're a show and tell deck and they cast show and tell, I want to put Charbelcher into play and then I could blow them up with the Lion's Eye Diamond. So this is actually a pretty big mistake. Yeah, if they show and tell, I could have killed them in response here if I'd have cast the Lion's Eye Diamond. Oh, we're gonna get punished. Oh, we're gonna get punished. Oh, I could have killed them in response. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh chat. Oh chat. It's just been so long. It's just been so long. The major putts. It's fine. We get to be on the play for the next game. Justice Strike. Chubby Grunt, always punished. Thanks for the 5-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. And Sam's a keep. So I think I just go Writ draw 4 here. I could get really aggressive and like play my LED and crack it in response, but there's a chance that that goes sideways. I don't necessarily want to discard all these cards, I don't think. These hits were really bad. Oh gosh, this is the turn 1 show and tell. Nope, not yet. That's true. We did win 2 games already, which is performing above expectations. Yeah, I have cards that I sit here and shuffle in my hand while I play on stream. It's like the Magic player version of a fidget spinner. Just like sit here and Twitch. All right, well, if they show and tell here again, the problem is I still have a Dryad Arbor in my deck. So if they cast show and tell here and I put Belcher into play, the Belcher's not guaranteed to kill them. Is the issue we have at the moment. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Steam Flogger. Do I do that? I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna hang tight for now. What a silly game. That's not how Infernal Tutor works. Infernal Tutor is only Demonic Tutor if you have an empty hand. All right, so what am I doing here? So I can Summoner's Pact for Skyshroud Cutter. I think there's a good chance we win here. They like hard casting Force of Will. What are they paying 6 mana for? Why did they leave a blue floating? All right, so I'm gonna change phases. Oh, nope, cancel, because I have 4 floating, so that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Belcher does beat Flusterstorm, that's true. Chrome Mox Tendrils isn't lethal though. I could cast Infernal Tutor to be spell number 6, get another Chrome Mox, and this is 6 7, 8. Yeah, so if they actually don't have another counterspell, I can kill them here. Cast Belcher, and then if it gets countered, crack the LEDs and go off again. Is that something that I can do? I have a Dark Ritual, and a Cabal Ritual. Yeah, you're super right. That's the line. So the problem is this Belcher isn't deterministic. Do I pay and like chance dying next turn, or do I just try to Past in Flames, kill them with Tendrils? The problem with going on the Past in Flames route is that if they have another Force, I lose. And, like, they haven't been doing anything, right? Their hand just could be awkward combo pieces, though. I mean, I can activate the Belcher this turn. That's true. If they have Force, I lose either way, because they just force this after I pay for it. Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna go for the kill them this turn, because we lose to Force either way. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Just beating Spell Pierce plus Force of Will. Just max the storm count out here, shall we? What's the highest storm count we can get to? Should I draw some more? I think I should draw some more. Why is that ever a question? All right, good, clean. Don't mind break trap me, bro. Don't mind break trap me. Man, we could have won this match 3-0 if I'd have played the second game correctly. Look at that. We won an entire match. What good, clean living. How are we doing this morning, folks? Welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time stream, meme, magic content producing machine, whatever you want to call me. I'm here streaming on Twitch 30, 40, 50 hours a week. We play all constructed magic on this channel. We play Modern and Legacy every morning on Magic Online, Monday through Friday. And I'm also here playing Standard on Magic Arena every afternoon during the week as well. If you find yourself enjoying my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their wonderful support. Past subscribing, you can also support my stuff by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. The NRG Championship Series is a tournament series in the Midwestern United States that does $5,000 cash tournaments every single month that are Standard, Modern, and Legacy. If you can't make it out to their events, you can also catch them online. They do streaming coverage at twitch.tv/NRG Series. Their next tournament's going to be on January 12th. Cardsphere.com will love to help you turn your cards into other cards direct to their players. There's no haggling, and they just take a 1% fee off the top. inkedgaming.com. I'd love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, binders, and bags with them. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from the wide range of custom artwork that they have on their website, such as my own Hoaglandia branded merchandise. And of course, MTGO traders would love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on all of your singles orders there with them. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Our chief weapon is surprise, shuffling, and surprise. What are we going on, Pokemon Nerd? Thanks for the 10-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. We are 1-1 here in this league with Spanish Inquisition, which means we've won an entire match, or we are exceeding. Currently, I can check exceeds expectations on this deck's report card. This hand does not do anything. So we have cards that draw cards. We have some things that make mana, but I don't have a way to get my mana started. So this is a mulligan. I gotta know, Jeff, do you read from a script when you do your shells? I have all that memorized. All of that is memorization. I wanted to fit more, but there's a character limit. Thanks, Risky. While my platform here is primarily for Magic the Gathering, obviously, I think it's also important that as a pseudo-public figure of sorts, I use what pull that I have to encourage other people to be good to each other. This hand's, like, not amazing, but it's definitely a keep. Yeah, I think that's actually a keep. I'm pretty sure by this time I've also memorized Jeff Shill speeches. That's great. Sledgehammer with the brand new tier 1 sub. Thank you very much for the support. I appreciate it. Goblin Lackey. All right. Somebody that didn't register Force of Will. God bless. All right. So Legacy Staple Slithermuse here says, when this leaves the battlefield, choose an opponent. If that player has more cards in hand than you, draw cards equal to the difference. So this is going to be our engine this game. So I'm going to go ahead and land grant for Bayou. And then we're going to go ahead and play Bayou. And then we're going to Summoner's Pact for Legacy Staple Skyshroud Cutter. Then we cast Skyshroud Cutter for free by giving our opponent some health because we're a giver. Then we go ahead and cast Dark Ritual, followed by Culling the Skyshroud Cutter because it's very weak. Then we play this Lotus Petal, make blue mana, and evoke Slithermuse. So our opponent unfortunately only has 4 cards in hand, but we will draw 4 cards and have a bunch of mana left over. Alright, so I get to go ahead and do this. Then I get to go ahead and Cruel Bargain here. And then Storm Count is 9. Storm Count is 9. Did I brick off? I think we, no, we didn't brick off, right? This is, I can do this, into exile this, pitch this, cast Tendrils for lethal. And this is the most important. Oh wait, no. We put them to 25, chat. We put them to 25. The Tendrils isn't lethal because the Skyshroud Cutter gave them 5 life. Oh no. Our kingdom is built on a house of lies. We gave too much. Send the message. Maybe they'll concede to the Tendrils. Maybe they'll concede to the Tendrils. Flew too close to the sun. Rats. And unfortunately, we cast Summoner's Pact last turn, so we're gonna lose during our upkeep. So I can't, playing the Belcher doesn't do anything because I lose during my upkeep. Playing the Belcher doesn't do anything because we lose during the upkeep to the Summoner's Pact. Listen, chat, it's probably not a stretch to say that I've played more Spanish Inquisition than everybody in chat combined. I've played this deck a whole heck of a lot, okay? I understand a lot of what's going on here. Am I gonna be live this afternoon? Yeah, I'm gonna be live for another 6 or 7 hours or so. The deck does still have 100% win rate. For those of you that weren't here earlier, if your opponent isn't a graveyard deck and they don't have Force of Will, you board in your 15 cards, and then you take your deck and you shuffle. Gotta make sure you shuffle thoroughly. Gotta get it all mixed around. You don't want to judge warning for insufficient randomization here. Drag them all around. All right, and then once you've shuffled thoroughly, you take the same 15 cards and board them out. click submit. So just so we're all clear. Just so we're all clear. Send it, ship it back here. You could have won if you pacted for Elvish Spirit Guide and called the Muse with the evoke trigger on the stack. Is Cull an instant? Is Cull... And how does that change anything? Oh, because they wouldn't have had the extra health. This Cull is an instant. Okay. Yeah, you're right. That's a good thing to catch. What does this hand do? This hand goes Bayou Ritual Cruel Bargain, so I think this is a keep. So I would have had Dark Ritual plus the Lotus Petal plus a Spirit Guide, which would have put me to 5. Yeah, you're super right. I'd have been up a mana that way too. I'd have been up a mana and my opponent wouldn't have gained 5. There's a lot of really weird lines with this deck. All right, so I have to discard the hand sites currently, so I don't want to do that. So we'll play the Lotus Petal out here, but continuing to do more stuff this turn doesn't really do anything for me, so I think I just pass. Yeah, I just passed. We could put Goblin Charbelcher into play, but then I'll lose to my Summoner's Pact, and that doesn't do anything useful for me. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! We've been wastelanded. We'll shoot. I can't put the Cutter into play because I don't know Forest. Thanks for all the great content. Hope we continue the No Justice streams. Let's go on Tris again. Thanks for the 5 months of support there. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Wow, that was bad. All right, we're going to move on to the next one. So the deck could have won game 1 there if I'd have seen the line of culling the Slithermuse on the stack by pacting for the Elvish Spirit Guide. I mean, sure, I could have just passed there. It doesn't really get us anywhere, though. That sentence was, we could have called the Slithermuse in response to its trigger if I would have realized I could Summoner's Pact for the Spirit Guide. Peak magic jargon. Fantasy N, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. So we got 2 more matches with Pact Spanish Inquisition here, and then we're gonna roll right on into the standard portion of today's stream. Yeah, this deck's just like a puzzle machine, right? You just like sit here and solve puzzles, basically. This hand doesn't really do anything, right? Like I can land grant for Bayou, but I can't even actually cast this. I could technically cast the Infernal. No, I can't. I'm not sure. This hand. I mean, like, with the cards that were on top of our deck, Dimir Spy, we were dead either way. Like, the cards that were on top of our deck were, like, super rancid. So this hand is looking for what I refer to as a starter card. It's looking for a Chrome Mox or a Land Grant or a Lotus Petal, a way to make an initial mana source to cast our Dark Ritual style effects. Call the Week's actually a good draw. Should we pick up a copy of something like, say, Land Grant? If we Land Grant for Bayou and then we play Skyshroud Cutter, we can call the Skyshroud Cutter. Looks like we're playing against Grixis Delver, which is a very difficult matchup. Pretty unlikely to win. They have a lot of counter spells, and they have a fast clock generally. Wasteland, rude. Stupid desk. I promised that 1 year I would tell you how we met. You stayed in mine and Harlan's hotel in Boston after Worcester. Since we felt bad you had to sleep in the airport. Hey, what's going on, DMS? I do remember that. That was a fun night. And thanks for the year of support. I appreciate it. Well, I mean, like, if their hand doesn't have a counterspell in it and we, like, draw a land, we get to, like, kill them. For Legacy, Esper Ninja, in honor of me moving to Japan. What's going on, Psycho? Thanks for the biddies. Happy to get that added. No, they Thought Scoured a Thought Seize, so it looks like they're playing Grixis Delver. Grixis something, at least. Could be a Phoenix deck still, I suppose, but we haven't really seen anything to indicate that. I cast 1 year, no fear. I'm here to defend the realm. Must fall casting. Thank you for the year of support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Whoa, that true name art is sweet enough that I almost don't despise it as a card. All right, that's a Chrome Mox. Do you have a counterspell? And like, for those of you that haven't played Legacy before, they always have Force of Will, so it doesn't really matter, but, you know, we're gonna try. We're gonna try. I mean, I can beat a Daze. Yeah, this feels like they have a Force. Yeah. Yeah, they never don't have Force. So, Force of Will is the reason why decks like what we're playing just aren't good in Legacy. Legacy tends to be a pretty slow, grindy format on average. The fast, brutal combo decks tend to get pushed out by the fair decks playing cards like Force and Daze and Thoughtseize. Because they can't fight through that much disruption. Hey, JPick, thanks for the 4-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. All right, listen, I want to give everybody out there, here's a thread I tweeted this morning about being respectful to other people and their culture. Here's a wanker who's trying to defend their right to use racial and insensitive slurs. There's this thing right here called the block button that you should just go ahead and do this. Give them a chance or two, try to educate, try to change, but at the end of the day, not everybody's worth your time, and there's certain people that just really want to be hateful. That's the best thing you can take away from Jeff Does social media, is that not everybody is worth your time of day. When they double and triple down, just back off. The idea that, like, you have to get the last word in edgewise in every conversation will be the death of you. Don't do it. This hand doesn't really do anything, right? I, like, have this Lotus Petal, but I don't have anything to call. I don't have a second mana to get the ritual going. I don't have any draw fours. Nah, I mute people over bad magic takes, TARDIS, but people that want to defend their right to be racist or bigoted, those people can get blocked. They can get a big fat message in their face that I'm not okay with what they're doing. Thanks for the support, Hotens. Sorry, sometimes people are assholes. All right, onward, upward, backward, forward. See if we can sneak another match win in here for the 5th one. I'm not racist, but incredibly racist statement here. Nothing special happened, Moonlight. Just general ask people to not use insensitive, random hate speech. Person responds with, but my freedom of speeches, SJWs ruin the world. MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. Get out of here. Go somewhere else. Am I playing in the team open this weekend? I am not. I don't think I'm gonna be making it out to any SCG events anytime soon. Traveling in the Midwest in the winter is kind of a loose goose. Yeah, Columbus is still 5 hours away from me. The Midwest is very large. Whenever people would hear that I like travel to so many SCG tournaments, I think a lot of people, especially in other countries, would take for granted how big the Midwestern United States are. Like, when I was traveling to play in lots of Magic the Gathering tournaments, I would regularly drive, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 hours to get to tournaments. What does this hand do? So I'm on the play. This hand goes Land Grant for Bayou, Summoner's Pact for Skyshroud Cutter, Call the Skyshroud Cutter, Pitch Spirit Guide, Lotus Petal, evoke Slithermuse, draw some cards. I don't even want to drive 15 minutes to GP New Jersey. Well, so like turn 1, we're not even just mulliganing our hand. We're like getting a new hand and still floating mana. So like we're getting new cards, but we're still up overall, right? So grab Bayou, do this. Grab my Skyshroud Cutter. Play my Cutter. Cull my Cutter. Play Lotus Petal. And I want to pitch Spirit Guide before the Slithermuse trigger happens because I would like to have my hand be empty so we can draw 6 here. Trigger. All right, what does this hand do? This hand goes Dark Ritual, draw 4. All right, what does this hand do? Oh, this hand's pretty bad. Can I do much here? I guess I can Chrome Mox a Cruel Bargain and then cast another Cruel Bargain here. This deck draws itself with a bunch of draw 4s and then eventually casts Tendrils of Agony. Oh gosh. Did we? I think the storm count is 11, but I think we've bricked off. I can't accomplish anything, right? Call the Mox for mana. That's a new one. Yeah, I cast a Pact this turn. I can pay for Pact next turn. That's very true. I can in fact pay for Pact. Chrome Mox, exile Skullwinder, pay for Pact. How do I cast these spells, chat? People that are telling me to do things, you have to like have mana to cast your stuff first. And like I only have 1, 2, 3 mana. So like I need a Skullwinder plus another mana to call the Skullwinder. So that's not a legal play. I think I have to exile the Skullwinder here to the Chrome Mox and then like pay for the Pact next turn and try and kill them on 3. I think is the plan. Oh, I could Skullwinder back the Petal. Oh, we could have Skullwindered back the Petal. That's such a good line. All right, well, I had already clicked, so I missed it. Oh, I should play Petal in case of Wasteland. Yeah, that's a good call. I didn't have enough mana to put Belcher into play. Oh, you're saying if I would have culled, I would have had enough? Yeah. Yeah, chat's had some good ones. So Skullwinder is like awkward Eternal Witness that like doesn't cost green. It costs green and 2. Looks like the opponent's likely playing a Lurin. Don't Leovold me. Don't Leovold me. They've got the best Birds of Paradise artwork, so they've got that going for them. And chat's SI lines have been really on point so far today. Yeah, could be Food Chain as well, that's true. So this Belcher isn't deterministic because I don't have Dryad Arbor out of my deck yet. Do I just draw 4 more? I think I draw 4 more because if I hit a Dryad Arbor, I get to kill them. Wow, I bricked off again. Holy crap. That's really unfortunate. So if I would have found Dryad Arbor there or a Summoner's Pact, we would have put it into play and like culled it. Oh, I guess I needed a black source too. Yeah, I guess that's awkward. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe I'm just supposed to put Belcher into play there. Can I Past in Flames? No, I can't, right? Flashing back Past in Flames costs 5 mana. And I only have 5, so I don't have a mana left over to use it. No, I couldn't tutor for a second ritual because I don't have a black mana. So I think I just pass here at 1. And then next turn, I can go pitch Spirit Guide, cast Past in Flames. Dear opponent, I've dealt 19 damage to myself. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. So we could have had a better line this game early with the Skullwinder, pick Lotus Petal back up, call the Skullwinder. I'm not sure if it would have worked out from there, but that would have been very reasonable. Opponent looking for Noble Hierarch to kill with the bird, right? How incredibly rude. How incredibly rude. This is game 1. What a monster. All right, we've theoretically won the game. If they don't have a counterspell, they're dead. If they don't have a counterspell, they're dead. Yahtzee! I think this is the first time I've won with this deck on turn 4 before. Fire the beam cannon! Oh, that's great. That's just some good clean living. All right, so this hasn't come up in a long time, so we don't really play competitive leagues anymore. But if I'm about to win a second game of Magic in this match, I'm going to concede. And the reason for that is my opponent could still be live for prizes in this league, but I am not. If I go 2-3 in this league, I still get $0 back. So I'm not going to win this match if I can avoid it. I'd like to play for the excitement of comboing with this deck because comboing is fun, but I'm not going to actually kill my opponent because it's just like denying them prizes they could possibly still be winning. I think you should have done Arbor into Cull in case of Daze. Yeah, probably. That also beats Spell Pierce, right, Lim? So that's a good thing to point out. Thanks for the suggestion. So chat doesn't they removed chat on Magic Online. The chat box is no longer a thing. You have to opt into chat. The Arbor could have been culled. Yeah, this hand's great. Keep. Yeah, but there's a good chance that they're also not opted in. The real prizes are the memes we fire along the way. This hand's actually pretty good against Thoughtseize. They're probably supposed to take the Dark Ritual here, I would guess. What deck would you suggest if you wanted to dive into Legacy? Honestly, don't have a good recommendation at this point. I have not played enough Legacy in recent memory to tell you what's good or bad in the format. I'd recommend looking at some recent results to like get a feel for yourself. I would recommend something with Ponder, Force, and Brainstorm. Well, if they don't have a Force or a Daze here, I think that was the incorrect thing for them to take. So I'm pretty sure this is cast Infernal Contract with Infernal Contract on the stack, crack Lion's Eye Diamond. All right. I would not recommend Mother of Runes. Would not recommend Mother of Runes. So opponent had discard spell into Force of Will, so we died. Onward, upward, backward, forward. We're gonna try again for game 3 here. Both sides tried hard. Nobody puts baby in a corner. You didn't beat me, I beat me. What does this hand do? This hand land grants for Dryad Arbor, goes Chrome Mox the Cabal Ritual, Call the Weak the Dryad Arbor, cast Cruel Bargain, so I'll keep. Welcome to Legacy, where you get to concede to the force of will. If they have the force of wills now, we are all done playing Magic. Alright, so Spanish Inquisition. If you thought this deck was fun and you like the puzzles that this deck produces, you can find a ton of this deck on my YouTube channel. Search Spanish Inquisition, Jeff Hoagland on YouTube. You're gonna find a bunch of this on there. I don't have anything to change. You can also read about this deck on Cool Stuff Inc. at some point way back. I wrote a primer that talks about how you could theoretically sideboard at some point if you want, but in reality, you mostly just don't sideboard. At any rate, that's going to wrap up our spreadsheet / Magic Online portion of the stream.